What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 India AI only battle. We continue. There is not too many civs left. I haven't counted them, so I won't give you the number in case we get it wrong. But there's certainly only a few contenders left. I think there's 3, depending on how far the game actually runs, as Harappa loses another city. They're down to 3 now. Yeah, I think there's probably 3 contenders for the overall win. Maybe. Maurya grabs a 3rd city. I think that is Pandya, Gupta and Pakistan. I'm sorry to Chola. It's not that they are, I think they're 4th, but I don't think they could beat either of these 2. And that's kind of who they border. So that's sort of a limitation, right? Whereas I guess you could say the same maybe for Pandya. Maybe that's a bit harsh, but I don't know. I feel that way. You might be different. I think Pandya is a bit bigger, so they have a bit more of a chance. But either way, who knows? Maybe Chola could team up with someone else, and then this could get very interesting. It's Harappa. I think they're going to survive this with that peace deal. Just about. Unless Pandya takes them out. Here, they will have the mountain city still. Oh, no, this unit's dead. No way. These submarines have got it. So that's probably the end of that. And yeah, they survived. That one at least. Oh, they did give up the city though, in the peace deal. And yeah, Maurya, Burma attacked them, but Maurya coming out on top, grabbing a city in this one. What is Gupta up to now? I think they're at peace for the first time in a while. Be on a bit of a rebuild of some units. Yeah, Harappa did clean that up. I thought that'd be pretty easy for them with their submarines. There's a lot of Gupta units in here, let's not forget about them. And of course Pratihara has returned, at least for now. Some new cities on these islands here for Vietnam and Chola. Chola getting some more oil. I think, oh no, Pandya got most of the oil down here, but I think they got one under here somewhere. Oh no, it's there. Giant death robot, just chilling at the bottom of the map. I think we're all at peace pretty much now, apart from here. So it might slow down a bit, or run a bit quicker. Who knows? We'll just keep hitting next turn. Okay, the city goes back to Burma, and Burma has set it on fire. That makes... what? That is some... I don't even know what sort of tactic that is. But, okay. You do that. Just go around to see who looks like they're gonna do something. These guys look pretty chill. There's no one with like a huge amount of units in one place, which is normally the telltale sign. Chola has some nukes too, so that might mean a bit of a deterrent for the big 4. I think all 4 of them have them. I think Burma might have, yeah, Burma has them as well, or at least has one. And I think Vietnam does not have any. Oh no, wait, they do. Okay, they have 2 planes. Oh no, they have some more down here, but these are just bombers. No nukes for them. Not sure they have any uranium though. What the heck is going on with these mountains? These are not mountains, I don't know why. Why there's a mountain there. They're not actually mountains. Maurya is now fighting to save a city that wasn't even theirs in the first place. Got 2 turns to do it. I don't know how far we'll be able to go with the game, but it seems to be okay at the moment. I think we're doing like 30 turns last episode, so I think we're doing okay. And there's less wars now, so it might go even quicker. It's not a huge map, to be honest, looking at it. It's probably... I think it is bigger than a regular map, you know, a sort of vanilla kind of map, but obviously a lot of it is just empty, and the sea is pretty big as well, so in terms of land it's probably no bigger than a sort of large, you know, randomly generated map. It's certainly not like the hundreds of cities. I think Pakistan has the most at like 40 something, I would guess, about now. You know, we've seen games where multiple civs have it in the hundreds. But it's all gone very quiet. I don't know if someone's still trying to get to Pratihara. That might be happening. But Pandya's not really going for it, so I don't think so. Bengal still chilling at the very top of the map. Ooh, Moria does have a nuke. Or unless someone else gave him one. It's like there's been nukes either way. Unless they hit themselves somehow. Burma. Hope. Can it do that? If you bomb the city with the nuke in it? Maybe. Pandya and Harappa, peace out. Nuclear non-proliferation. Bit late for that in this world. And then embargo Vietnam. Who else is embargoed? Just Pakistan and Vietnam would join them. A lot of units starting to build up here in Gupta, a great scientist there. We're on 320. We'll look at the informatics again at 350. By then all four of these, if there's no wars, will have progressed quite a bit. Not in technology, but in, because obviously I think they're all near the end, but in some of the other things. Production, population will be a lot higher as well. Nukes were not banned. Okay, well that is Pandya gonna wipe out Pratihara. Not sure Vietnam will help too much, but there you go, they're going to try. Is there any other random islands just out here? No. That's all of them. Why are these troops here? Vietnam, they're also they've been there so long that they can't be upgraded, so they've fallen really far behind as well. That really sucks for them, doesn't it? If like a war was to... Actually, if a war broke out, they could get popped out up here, which would be bad luck for them. If you'd have open borders. There's a lot of ancient ruins there they could find though. I'll keep an eye on it and hopefully it won't happen. No one's really gained any land advantage. There's a few tiles for Gupta there. Couple there, but that's it, which is good because that means the results, if we use the informatics, won't be too messed up from, you know, loads of people having extra land. I mean, it seems fair to include this because the sea's included as well, so I think pretty much everyone in some way benefits. I mean, Pakistan has both, so they're getting best part of the deal. Gupta as well probably has the most of both. In terms of, but I guess Chola has probably the most sea tiles just looking at this, but it's hard to tell exactly. Vietnam has quite a few as well, to be fair. It's weird, on the, this isn't a straight line, but on the mini-map obviously it's so zoomed out that it is just it's a dead straight line. But yeah, here it's obviously got the little tile curves, but on the mini-map it is perfectly straight. It looks very weird. It's the sort of thing you'd expect in like a US state, not a Civ game. You know, just a straight line. I don't think these guys got nuked. I don't know. I'm so confused as to how Burma got nuked. Maybe it can get detonated? I don't know. I feel like, is there like a, maybe it's a, I feel like, for some reason I feel like either I've asked this before and the answer was no, or I've just got confused. But either way, there you go, Lumbini falls to Burma. I feel like it might be like possible, but maybe it's very unlikely. Like, you know, 1 in 100 times you sort of aerially attack a city. But these guys don't even have planes, so I don't actually, maybe it was someone else. We can have a look. If there was someone else, I'll say it was probably them. Nope, just Burma. Wait, no, sorry, Burma just at war with Moria. I really don't know how Moria did that, because I don't think they have... They don't have any... Oh, they do have uranium, but they don't have any... They don't have any planes, and I mean, obviously they might have used the nuke and not replaced it, so it's hard to tell, but... very confusing. Pratihara clinging on, at least for now. But I think they will be dying for the second time fairly soon. A lot of missiles there, guided missiles, nuclear missiles, atomic bombs. They've got a lot in that city. A few more units up this way, some hidden a little bit deeper inside their empire. Which is, I feel like it's grown this way. Also, I can obviously stop them by with mountains from crossing. Can't really stop them in theory flying planes from left to right, so that might cause some issues now that we're in the... I mean, it hasn't so far, but it might do at some point. You might see Burma fight Pakistan with planes over the mountains, like nuke each other, although a missile could obviously probably hit anyway, but the bombs could come over this way instead. Just imagine it's a really small globe. that's what we've got to go for. That's the logic. The rest of the world just isn't here. To be fair, that's kind of a terrible... Imagine it's a small globe wouldn't work, because then we should have just left the mountains out in the first place. So let's not do that. I want my logic to be correct. This is part of the wider world. It's just got a bug. It's a glitch in the simulation. It can fly over the mountains. There we go. Not many gaps in the map. A few in the desert up here. There's a tiny one here where a city was burned down, which is probably just going to fill up. Tiny one here where a city was burnt down earlier is also filling up, and a tiny one here which is going to fill up too. It's going to be weird, those citadels should obviously not be... Shouldn't just be... It's weird seeing a citadel like with no tiles. It's almost like a reverse citadel has been placed there. Still no wars. Very peaceful time, apart from the nuclear war, of course. But apart from that one between Moria and Bengal. And Bengal with a lot, not even Bengal, Burma. Sorry, Bengal, dragging you into this. Burma has a lot of troops. See, I don't know who's attacked this city. I don't even know how that's happened. But that probably is across the water. Seems like the most logical, I guess. No, Europa doesn't have planes. I was going to say they're at war with Vietnam, but no. And there you go, Pratihara. Next turn, I would say, will be eliminated here again. Hopefully Pandya keeps it. It doesn't matter too much if they do or don't. Again, all the gaps are filling up very quickly, so it doesn't matter too much. But especially this one, this is a very slim sort of area. And there's 4 cities around it, and 5 if you include this one, so it'll fill even quicker. Here we go, Pandya's turn first, and there it is, Pratihara for the second time are out. And this time, unless I guess like someone, unless Gupta or Pakistan freeze them, that is probably it for them. To be fair, for a world where you can liberate civs, there's been quite a few cities just burnt down instead. What is it? There's always a bigger fish. They're not bringing anyone back. Thought they were liberating you, and then they didn't want it at all. It was even worse. Was it? Be careful what you wish for. That's the one. Is Chola keeping up their amazing population? They are. I mean, 23 here is like and 22 are the minimum, but the other cities are obviously taking a lot of food. I guess this one's at 5, but we'll ignore that one. But yeah, they must have like the highest average population. Doesn't mean too much. These cities, I guess they can produce stuff more quickly, but they have less, so less numbers, whereas Pakistan, obviously some of these cities will be quite slow, and terrible production as well for some of them in the desert, but there's a lot of them, so over time it all adds up. Probably more flexible as well, whereas these guys, I don't know, they've probably got all the buildings though, so it's hard to compare who's better off. Well, I guess it's not. I think Pakistan is better off in the overall game, so that probably tells us that it's better to be in their position. 19 turns. We won't get to the info addicts today, but we will when we get to about 340. Actually, that might be overestimate. I don't know how long a turn's taking. Let's measure it. It was 15 minutes on my timer, which is different to yours because you have to cut a few bits out. But the deep breaths before we start recording, that little bit that you don't get to hear unless I forget to take it out, or the normally me getting post when I'm at home. That's a big one. And then I hear the knock, I go downstairs, get the post, and then I just forget that it was in the recording. Somebody has won. Oh, they won a world leader vote. That is... How the heck did they do that? Oh, they just needed not very many votes. I don't know how they got 15 votes, by the way. How? Oh, I guess they just kept winning the world leader. Well, it says you only need 10 delegates. So Harappa also won. But there you go. Gupta winning that. I did not even know diplomatic victory was on. I really messed up. Oh, wait. Oh. I thought it was domination and cultural. It's not. The more we learn, hey? Well, that's interesting. People have been telling me they've been really enjoying this one, so I'm not going to moan about the settings anymore. Domination, diplomatic is the way to go, I guess. A lot of people really enjoying this one. What will we try next? Domination and science? That's kind of... I feel like that would be the most generic. We've done culture. What's the other one? There's one more, isn't there? Maybe not in Civ 5. There's time, which is obviously not worth doing. Unless we wanted to rush them, I guess. Maybe. There's another one, right? I'm not going... Am I really that bad? I haven't played for a while, I know, but surely there's... I know what the other one is. I also didn't track how long the turn was. I'll try again now. Started about 17:05. Minutes and seconds there. Burma burning down another city. Poor Moria. That's brutal. I can't believe Burma burned down their own city. That is bad. That's the worst. Like, the other one's not so bad. That is... I mean, maybe we've seen it before and I didn't notice, but that is bad. Also, I see that city's at 46. That is pretty large. I mean, that's quite impressive. It's not exactly... I don't know what's so special about this location. It's a bit of jungle. There's some farms giving a lot of food, but... I don't know how it's pulling in so much. I mean, it's got a 35 nearby, a 21, a 41 to the west as well. So you think they must be using a lot of their tiles. I don't know how that's even... That's getting, like, ridiculous. I mean, we saw, like, a 50-something once from Samoa, but they got, like... I think they got bonuses from... I forgot the count again. It was less than a minute. They get bonuses, I think, from the water, or they just had so many sea tiles and nothing else to work that they got really big. But... yeah, I mean... I don't know, 46 there. Well done. And a 41, you know, just down the road. And a 49. I didn't even see that one. And that's got 35, 49, 32, 37, 35, 38. How have you got this to 49 and fed all these other ones? This one's arguably more impressive because it's so much nearer. It must only have about 8 tiles in the circle. They must be running like a lot of internal food caravans, I'm thinking. I don't know, but every city in Gupta's... You know what, Chola? You might not be winning on average city size. These guys are huge. They have a few smaller ones, like the 17s and a 19, but they have a much higher upper range. It might be Gupta with the actual highest average. Not that that's a stat or helps, but just out of curiosity. I was praising Chola for it, got to praise someone else too. I feel like everyone's actually, all these cities are huge. Not as big here, but they're still 30s. Pakistan not so much because of the desert, sorry about that. Although, to be fair, in the east they're still pretty big. Some of these cities, like 15 in this terrain, is quite impressive. 22 in there, between all the mountains. I don't know if Southeast Asia is any better or worse. 29, yeah, high 20s, 37. There's some huge ones. Have I missed any big ones? Let's have a look. Let's not make sure we're not 49, 46, 41. They are the 3 biggest. But you see, yeah, Gupta now has 4 of the 5. I think it was 5 different civs earlier. So that's changed a lot. But that is going to be it for this one. Next time we will look at the info addicts again, see who is doing the best. And it'll probably be good, well timed, because the big 4 all kind of had a rest this episode. Well, Chola was already in a rest, but the other 3 had some time to rebuild their units, pump up those numbers, let the cities they'd conquered be integrated. So it'll probably make it more interesting to look at it next time. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.